Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am setting up my 2023 Hobonichi Cousin. To start, I am taking out the tidbits that I have in the side pockets. I am still getting used to having these, so I don't really know what to put in here right now. But I do have this postcard that came with a lovely bouquet that a friend had sent me. I know this video is kind of late because it is already near the end of January, but I had gotten so busy over the last few weeks that I haven't really gotten a chance to decorate my Hobonichi until now. So I have to admit that I actually already started planning in this planner, but in this video I will be setting up the miscellaneous pages like the yearly overview, the monthlies, and the pages near the end of the notebook. So grab your notebooks, grab a cup of tea or coffee, and I hope you enjoy following along with how I set up my Hobonichi Cousin for this year. In this spread, I decided to use some sticky club stickers, and I think it adds a nice simple touch to it without having to distract from the page. I found that I didn't really use this spread much last year, so I wanted to keep it simple. Next, I'm coming in with this gray Tombow dual brush pen to write in the months in the yearly section. I went and applied washi tape all across the top and bottom and went in with sticky club stickers again to decorate it. And I didn't realize that I gave myself so little space to fill in the labels, but that's okay. I plan on using this yearly section to write down the holidays and birthdays and big events that I need to remember throughout the year and that are personal to me. So I try not to share too much on social media about my friends' names and birthdays and things like that because nobody really needs to know it except me. So what I do is I'll write it in here, and then if I need to, I'll transfer it over to the monthlies for that month using abbreviated terms. I didn't use the December spread in this Hobonichi because I used it in my 2022 version, but here is my January spread. As you can see, I got a lot of happy mail last week. Moving on to the weekly sections. I love the Hobonichi bookmarks that we have to keep places. It makes it feel so special. This was the first week of the year, and I used a variety of washi tapes and sticky club stickers. I decided that since I have so many stickers, to try to pretty much just sticker bomb my spreads for this year or use up remaining sticker sheets that are half used. So far, I'm really pleased with how these spreads are turning out. Hobonichi gives you a 2-page spread right after the weeklies and right before the dailies, and they title it Turning the Page to a New Year. So what I like to do in this section is list my New Year's resolutions. I am doing 23 resolutions for 2023. I know that might sound like a lot, but I try to make them as lighthearted as possible with no pressure whatsoever. I will have to show you the next time I make a video because I haven't decided on my resolutions yet, even though it's the end of January. But for example, I want to keep it simple, like read a book, crochet something, take deeper breaths, or maybe even practice calligraphy. At the start of every month in the daily section, there is a blank page for that month. If you've been following me on Instagram for a while, you might know that I use this page for tracking my habits. However, that didn't happen for January, so that's okay. I haven't been tracking any habits this year, which is probably anti-New Year's resolution, but it's 2023 and I'm gonna take it easy, okay? I mean, one of my resolutions, kind of, is to just not take everything so seriously and not give myself a hard time if I'm not where I think my brain feels like I need to be. So instead of tracking habits, we're gonna make it pretty. I've decided to go with a collage look here. I can't share my daily journal sections with you because those are pretty private. So we're going to move on to the end pages. This one was a timetable, but I'm converting it into a currently inked section for my fountain pen inks. How it's going to work is that I'm covering up the headers that they originally had in here, and then I'm going to label in the months, and each month I can just come in and dab a little bit of ink to remind myself of what ink color I used for that month. I plan on using the graph to track my Etsy sales for my sticker shop, as well as my YouTube subscribers. I find it very interesting that Hobonichi includes a graph because I don't usually use those in my planning. So it's a nice challenge and something different for me to utilize, and I kind of enjoy that they put this in here so that I could expand past my planner habits. As you can see, I labeled it 1 through 12 for the months of this year, and I'm using orange for Etsy and red for YouTube. As for the remainder of the pages, I have not quite figured out what I want to put in the favorites, but I think it'll be movies and books. And for the My 100, I'm thinking of actually doing my 100 favorite pieces of stationery that I'm going to be using through the year. Maybe I'll have some quotes to fill in the words to remember section. I haven't figured out what I'm going to use for the 365, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. The final page is just a page that contains more information on Hobonichi and a little spot for personal notes. I don't really use it, so I decided that it would be a nice page to also collage on. I have a ton of these habit tracker stickers from my shop that are a little bit imperfect, so I started using them almost as replacement for grid washi. I find collaging to be one of the most therapeutic things about journaling, and it's kind of unfortunate, so hard to collage in the Hobonichis because it'll bulk up really easily. But I really enjoy that I can use the end page for this purpose so that I can still have a nice piece of art to look at and flip to whenever I need to. There we have it. That is the end of my Hobonichi Cousin setup. And there's also this secret pocket in the back where I stash all my receipts for the month. I'm really glad there's a little bit of a ziplock here to contain it all and hide it away. Thank you all for joining me for my Hobonichi Cousin setup, and I hope you have a beautiful day. See you in the next video!